podcast series, Squad, the show where we draft teams like we're the general manager. The only catch, that very specific draft pool that we're working with. I'm Jay Easkeets here in the Classic Factory War Room, along with my rival GMs. We've got Tass, we've got Trey, we got the man making the magic happen, JD, and our fifth GM today coming to us live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He's our social media maestro. It's Jerome Chang. What's up, Jerome?
Hello. Very excited to do this. This has been the bulk of my long weekend, just really doing a lot of scouting, a lot of breaking down, Googling. And then honestly, when I came down to it, I think I just had to go with my heart.
That's right. That's what you should always do on Squad. That's
always
the way
go
to
with
do
your heart
it.
more than your mind.
So did you go to like the Caravana parade and ask people who you should draft in today's Squad?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people were like winding out on Lakeshore, and I was just like, hey, if you could build a perfect player. Screaming over all the floats and music. Did not get a lot of good responses. They really,
Didn't help you out there. That's all right.
No, not at all.
Grady Dick got some votes for personality, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Grady Dick was having a time at Caravana.
He was wearing the Toronto FC energy kit.
I
He was
saw that.
all the way in. Yeah.
I saw that. Well, today's Squad, it's well overdue. It's something we've had in the old Slack channel for a while. We are drafting the perfect NBA player because we've done a lot of silly things on Squad. Hell, our last one was a Fred Katz draft, which was a blast. But we're getting back to basics here with a little NBA basketball angle to this Squad. The perfect NBA player. Let me explain that. 5 categories, as we always do on Squad. In the first round, we're going to be drafting body/athleticism. We have jammed those two together. Okay, so whatever particular body of an NBA player you are drafting, you also get the athleticism within said body.
Injuries are off, right?
Well, I was going to ask you, what are we doing with injuries? That's a fair question. Like someone like, Derrick Rose, let's say. You're like, wow, that guy was super athletic at his peak. But
at his peak.
Are we including what unfortunately happened to him? What does everybody feel about this? Injuries off or on? What are we doing?
I assumed injuries were on. It's part of your body.
I did too.
Okay.
Oh, Jerome didn't. And JD, do you have an opinion on this?
Barely. Yes, I'm with Trey. It's part of the body, so injuries should be on.
Okay, I like it. That's what I thought too. But I'm glad we've clarified. So body/athleticism. And I will say right now, once a player is selected across any of the categories, they can no longer be taken. So a hot bod is taken in round 1. You can't take then that particular player's shooting or whatever else we get to here, which I go into the second round. It is shooting, just straight up shooting. Simple, that one. Third round, we're drafting playmaking/handles. Again, we've combined the two because we like to have 5 categories, but this feels right. They generally go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly right.
Assisting,
Yeah.
the handles, that's skills. I mean, they're going to be really good usually at both, the players that we're taking here.
Yeah.
In the 4th round, we're drafting defense.
Boring.
I wanted to see if Trey would trade out of this. Or just not pick.
I got the second pick in the defense
This guy hates
round.
defense.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to play it. And there are some cool defense guys.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling confident in that category.
I got the first pick. I might just forego it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Don't need it.
Jeez,
Wow.
I don't even need it. And finally, in our 5th and final round, we're drafting personalities. And I think this will be a fun one to see how people tackle this one. Obviously, the personality of the player themselves, like maybe like a Stone Cold Killer, or maybe someone stoic like a Duncan or something. Or what about the personality off the floor too? Are you trying to set up your perfect player for like endorsements and to be like popular on social media? I can't wait to see how people go about that. So our 5 categories, just go over them quickly, are body/athleticism, shooting, playmaking and handles together, defense is the 4th one, and then personality is the 5th and final round. Again, once a player is selected, he's off the board in all of the remaining categories. This draft will be held by our official No Dunks rules. All 5 of us get a number 1 pick in one of the 5 rounds. We're going to draft our squads. We're going to debate the selections. You're going to tell us who wins at the end of it all. Both the listeners and the YouTube subscribers. You're going to ultimately decide who has created the best NBA player. Jerome, you had talked about maybe doing some fun Photoshops for this as well. Is that still happening?
I forgot I talked about that. This is going to... Let's see what we all come up with first.
Fair enough. So we determined the draft order yesterday. We threw it into the old list randomizer, and Jerome, who's coming by way of Toronto here, has the first pick in the body athleticism category.
With the first pick of the body athleticism draft, or part of the perfect player draft, I'm going with the greatest dunker ever, Vince Carter.
Whoa!
Wow. Love it.
Wow!
We said draft with a heart, and like, there's not a single player that I have like watched more, skipped more university classes, just like affected everything that has like been my pure awe of the game, that someone could do things. Also, you know, beyond obviously like the 43-inch vertical, all these things. Like, when I thought about it, I also thought like aesthetically who I liked watching in terms of especially dunking in this case. And Vince Carter is like the prettiest dunker by far for me. So, you know, I mean, there are some questionable injury things, but, you know, we also questioned whether they were injuries back then. So we don't know.
That's a good point.
We don't know exactly how healthy or unhealthy he has been. He also has like such longevity too, when you think about it.
It's a great picture, He was high on my list.
I had him on my list too. I was fascinated to see who would take him though, because I mean, I thought he's not as big as some guys that might get selected in this, but it's a part of like the equation here. It's like what you want in your player, and that's like you're making the case for Vince as he's so fluid in the air, Jerome. But there's obviously stronger, bigger dudes, but number one pick, Vince Carter. Homer.
That's where like I won't say any other picks because obviously you guys will go through them, but there were definitely other maybe smarter picks that I was thinking about, but again, gotta go with your heart.
Yeah, so a 40-year-old Vince is who you're taking, right?
Correct.
Not
Exactly.
22, 23.
Like, as you reach this precipice of your own life, you just wonder what kind of body you want currently with longevity. And 40-year-old Vince is what I want.
Okay, Vince Carter is he is gone. He has been selected as the number one pick in body. All right.
Get this guy out of Toronto.
He did take his tips from Caravana.
That's you're going
who's the best athlete in NBA history? Everybody at Caravana said Vince Carter.
Correct.
Number one pick.
Yeah.
Jerome went with them. Yep. All right, I'm up next here in the body category, the athleticism. I'm going with Wilt Chamberlain.
Huge pick.
As my pick. And it's fun to go read the Wilt Chamberlain Wikipedia about just how much of an athletic freak this guy was. First off, 7'1", 270 ballpark. He basically changed the rules of basketball because of what he could do. The guy could like straight up dunk from the foul line. So like, we got to get rid of that. You're going to have to shoot it. Keep both feet behind the line. Couple other rules as well. But in college, he was running like a sub-11 100-yard dash. This guy's 7'1", running a pretty damn quick back in the day for sure. 100-yard dash. He could throw his shot put 56 feet. He could triple jump over 50 feet. And he was an even better high jumper. Like, I think he won like 3 consecutive years in college, and he was really good in high school. He basically won every track and field record. And then, he was pretty damn good at basketball too. He's on the Harlem Globetrotters for crying out loud. So I'll go Wilt. Just a giant. I just want a freak here.
He was definitely on my list, and it sounds like you're going to win the decathlon if it comes up.
I love all this shot put sub-11 because did he do it? Can you disprove it? Nah. It could be fictional, but who cares? I mean, I believe part of it, but sub-11, 7'1", I doubt it.
That's why we need
I doubt it.
combine.
Anyways, it's a great pick. He was on my list as well.
He's a freak. So I'll take Wilt there. I'm taking a big dude here. Like I said, 7'1". All right, up in third spot here, JD, we go to you for your first pick. Body athleticism.
Yeah. I feel like this is a trick question.
How so?
I don't know. Like, isn't it Michael Jordan? Like,
yeah, it's a good pick.
That's a great pick.
I'm surprised he didn't go number 1.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What am I missing here?
He's concerned. Why is Jordan falling? Oh, like real life. He's falling to third.
Number 3.
Yeah. You're going to win the draft. Yeah. You have Jordan on your team.
Yeah.
You're already Michael Jordan, so you're great.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking Michael Jordan, but wow. Okay, great. I got Michael Jordan.
There you go, man.
Michael Jordan, for obvious reasons, is a good pick.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
All right.
Yeah.
Jordan's got. I like that too. I mean, I think he would have been high on most people's list when we got to personality, maybe, if you wanted like the crazy psycho killer that can't lose anything, but he is now gone. Okay, so Tass, you have the 4th pick here.
I thought I'd have Vince at this spot. I thought that's who would be falling to me, the guy who people thought could be Michael Jordan, but wasn't quite Michael Jordan. So with MJ in the number 3 spot, Vince and Wilt off the board, I'm going with LeBron.
Yeah.
Design a player.
Tremendous.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. That's a nice pick for 4th.
You know, it's got a lot of the
LeBron
attributes.
very much on my. Come on, man! You have the 1st pick. How are you not taking LeBron?
Okay. LeBron slipping.
Yeah, fitness man. I'm interested.
Also, like, if you were strategic against everyone else here, taking LeBron off the board is pretty big across a number of these categories.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same with MJ, obviously, in that regard. You got the name power. You got some name power with JD. I think if we're evaluating our teams later on, the fact that you have Michael Jordan on your team is huge. Yeah. Interested to see where Trey goes with number 5 here.
Yeah, and Trey, maybe even take us through some of the other names you've got that you are considering if you want. Because the final
those names
pick
might
here.
come up in other categories.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You don't want to tip your hand.
Don't give anyone any
Don't
ideas.
say a name of an NBA player. This is going to be tough then. I will say, as far as perimeter players go, you guys probably picked the 2 who should be drafted. I would say Dr. J is in the mix.
Yeah.
Sure.
As well for another body athleticism guy out on the wing. Kevin Durant kind of in between skis, and he might come up a little bit later. But I think I got to go with the big, strong dude. And it's a tough call. I'm going with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh.
That
Over
was
who? Over
my
Shaq?
actual.
Over Shaq and Kareem.
Okay.
Just because I think Giannis is both of those guys put together. and he's playing in 2023, so I guarantee he's a better athlete than Kareem and Shaq. So give me Giannis, the first modern guy chosen, or the first active player at least.
Yeah, well, LeBron, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he is
Trey,
still playing. He is indeed.
That was my that was my quote-unquote smart pick. Like, I was going to go Giannis, like, as my first pick just because he's called a freak. Like, that's his nickname,
Yes,
you know?
He's chiseled, he's
and
fast,
and the other thing
jump.
too is, like, I'm excited how you build on top of that, like, with all the other skills that you're going to add to his game is going to be so funny.
Okay, so to recap there, Vince goes 1, Wilt Chamberlain 2, Michael Jordan 3, LeBron 4, Giannis 5. Body/athleticism. I think everybody's probably pretty happy with who they got in that category. Let's move on to shooting, JD. We will not take long with this one. The list randomizer was kind, giving me number 1 pick in shooting. The guy is credited with revolutionizing the game of basketball by shooting. Steph Curry, number 1 pick in this category. Not bad. All-time leader in made three-pointers, 3,390. Career 43% three-point shooter on 9 attempts per game. That'll probably only go up as his career goes on. And, he's one of the greatest free throw shooters ever. And I heard those win games. 91% at the line. So, Steph, not overthinking this one. Great timing, too, with some social content. Did you guys see the drill that this guy's known for?
Hell yeah.
They call it the full court star. And it's a drill where he runs, like, opposite ends of the court, like corner to corner, and then, like, wing to wing, and then top to top. He does it in 55 seconds. Like, a lot of running. You've seen it. Mm-hmm. And has to hit, or his goal always is to hit 8 out of 10 threes. And these are, like, on the fly, step into them threes. And it's wild if you haven't seen the clip or you've never heard about this before.
Did you see him performing Misery Business at the Paramore concert?
Yes, and he can sing, too.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, I
definitely did.
A Paramore
Eshua
concert.
sent it to me first thing this morning.
Wow.
Him being like a Paramore super fan.
Was he singing? Like, I don't know. I am not familiar with their their catalog. Was he doing a good job? Like, was he killing it? Or...
I think, well, like, it's a song that you can, like, kind of scream through, and I think that's what he was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear the actual broadcast camera, because this is from a phone camera.
Yeah.
Right,
You can't really hear
yes.
it.
Okay, so
Anyways,
incredible shooter
he was into
and
it.
amazing at singing Paramore on stage. Steph Curry, not overthinking.
I mean,
this
like,
one.
the guy just got a hole in one, didn't he? Like,
Yes, he did.
Yeah, this guy's What can he do?
can't miss.
Yeah,
He can't
that's
miss.
right.
He
That's
can't
right.
miss.
The Hawkeye of basketball.
So I have Curry's shooting in Wilt's body too. We got a real Frankenstein
That's
going on
stupid.
here. That's fun. Okay, JD, you have the second pick in shooting.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different players shoot the basketball over the years. I mean, my instinct is to go the other Splash Brother in Klay Thompson. This seems like a no-brainer. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to overthink it.
Okay.
Klay Thompson is my shooter.
Okay. and again, your body was Jordan. So you got
You gave Michael Jordan Klay Thompson's 3
Yeah,
point.
the one weakness maybe in Michael Jordan's actual game, 3-point
He
shooting.
wouldn't need to shrug anymore because it would be so automatic.
Okay, Splash Brothers go 1-2. Tass, you're up next here in the shooting category.
I too have seen a lot of people shoot the basketball in my day. It's between 2 for me, and I'm going to go sort of like what Jerome was saying about Vince Carter. I'm going to go with the heart here. I'm going to go with one of the prettier strokes that I'll always remember, and forget about the numbers here. I'm going with Kevin Durant. And the numbers are freaking great as well. He could be the best mid-range shooter of all time statistically. But, it's just one of those things. It's Ken Griffey's swing. It's Wayne Gretzky floating on the ice. It's Messi floating on the pitch. It's Kevin Durant's stroke. So Kevin to go along with Bronze Bod. That's where I'll start.
Current players right now for Tassie.
Yeah.
I like
Nice.
that. Trey, who do you have in your shooting round here?
The shooting, is it just straight up shooting? Just like pure shooting? Not
Yeah.
Great
scoring?
question.
Oh, that's interesting.
Good question.
Yeah,
Great
I
question.
think I guess I tackled it that way, but I can be convinced otherwise. So you're saying more scoring than just
well, like
straight
I would
shooting.
have thought Michael Jordan would go high on this, to be honest, in the shootings, if it includes scoring. Like you're saying, he's not a great 3-point shooter, but there ain't many better scorers. It's kind of like throwing in handles with playmaking to me. That being said, feels like we're leaning towards pure shooting. In which case, give me Steve Nash.
Nice. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah.
49% from the field, 42 from 3, 90 from the free throw line. The only complaints with Steve Nash was that he just didn't shoot enough. He'd be like Steph Curry saw what Steve Nash was doing. He's like, he should have shot more, and he did. And then Steve Nash saw what Steph Curry was doing. He's like, I should have shot more. You're going to shoot more because I'm picking a straight-up gunner for my personality when it comes down to it. So give me Nash here for shooting and scoring.
Okay,
Nice one.
there you go. And Jerome, that leaves just you here in shooting.
I can't believe. Well, I guess I can believe I got my pick, but he's my favorite player from the '90s. I'm taking Reggie Miller.
Reggie, wow, okay.
Yes, yeah. On top of I factored clutchness in this too.
Yeah.
On top of it for the shooting, also the presence of mind. That I
Wait, was that a
love
Paramore reference?
No, it's the Miller Time documentary.
Oh, okay. You said it a couple times.
I mean,
like it was a
the
Paramore
reason
song.
I even try to shoot a basketball is because I watched Reggie Miller in the 90s, much to the dismay of anyone who's playing on my team. But I got to go with that. I think he was once a member of a 50-40-90 club, which is good enough reason for me to say that he can hit from all spots. That's with Reggie.
Okay, Reggie's a fascinating pick. Obviously one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever, but aesthetically not the sexiest looking shot.
No,
so it's whether or not
the form is not great.
Yeah.
That part is kind of rough to go through, but I think everyone picked everyone on my list outside of one, but I won't mention it because it'll come later. But yeah, I think Nash was on there, 4-time 50-40-90 guy. KD, just because I think shooting immediately, especially in this league, you think 3-point, but I'm like, I need to hit from all spots. So, mid-range, anything inside, even though with Vince Carter's, if I'm in the paint, I'm dunking everything. So yeah.
I'm surprised down at Caravana that they picked Reggie Miller over Steven Nash. Nash would be their pick.
What a great pick,
Also,
I guess.
I mean, if I'm Vince Carter, Game 7, I'm going to stay at Convocation, stay for the reception, because I know I'm going to hit that shot at the very end.
Oh,
there.
wow. Okay, interesting. All right, so just to recap right now through two rounds, we did body and shooting. Jerome has Vince's body, Reggie's shooting. I got Wilt's body, Steph Curry's shooting. JD's got Jordan's body, Klay Thompson's shooting. Tass has LeBron's body with Kevin Durant's shooting skills. And Trey has Giannis with Steve Nash's incredible shooting ability. All right, everybody's off to a great start. We're going to take our first break, and when we come back, 3 more rounds.
Who's thirsty? Mudwater is a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs. With only a fraction of the caffeine that's in coffee, you get energy without the jitters or crash. I had Mudwater before this No Dunks program. Each ingredient was added for a purpose. Check this concoction of good stuff. Cacao and chai for mood and a hint of caffeine. Lion's mane to support focus. Cordyceps to help support physical performance. Chaga and reishi to support your immune system. And cinnamon for antioxidants. What about oxidants? Nobody talks about oxidants ever.
We hate oxidants.
Throw some oxidants in there. Mud water is very tasty. I just add a little honey, a little manuka, which goes well with the cinnamon. And mud water's a nice afternoon alternative when you want a little pick-me-up, but not all the caffeine that coffee comes with. Mud is Whole30 approved, 100% USDA organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher certified. Mudwater donates monthly to the Berkeley Center for the Science of Psychedelics, as Mudwater believes the country is in a mental health epidemic and sees psychedelics as useful tools for individuals with depression, PTSD, anxiety, and other mental health experiences. To get 15% off, go to mudwater.com/nodunks to support the show and use code NODUNKS for that 15% off. That's mudwtr.com/nodunks with the code NODUNKS for 15% off.
All right, we got a squad going here today in the Classic Factory, drafting the perfect NBA player. Love to see everybody live on YouTube chiming in with their picks. There was a lot of, where's Ray Allen? Where's Dirk? When we were just doing the shooting category. A lot of big names still left on the board. Maybe they come up in some of these later categories. But we love it. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And all you podcast listeners, leave your boys a 5-star rating and review. All right, let's get to the third round. JD, you have the first pick in Playmaking/Handles.
Yeah, so I went to the YouTubes and did a little bit of research on this one because,
Nice.
you know, I like to prepare. And one gentleman caught my eye, and his name is Allen Iverson.
Nice one. Great gentleman.
I have heard of him.
Okay.
I mean, you know, he was before my time in the basketball world, but, you know, I saw a couple of clips and I liked what I saw. So I'm taking Allen Iverson.
What in particular that caught your eye?
Just breaking ankles, he seemed to do a lot.
Sure did.
And I think that
Yep.
falls into the playmaking and the handles category.
Yes.
So I thought, and you know, I've heard his name bandied about here and there in this very room every so often when we're talking, you know, best players of all time sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
You have the crossover that crossed Jordan over.
Yes, your own
Right.
body.
Time.
that's right.
Damn, I'm pissed off with that pick. Not because I wanted him in playmaking. I was hoping he might be around for personalities.
He would have been a great
I think he would have been a
personality
great one for
Yeah.
our makeup player here. But Allen Iverson goes number 1 in the Playmaking Handles. JD with Jordan, Clay, and AI. Okay, Tass, you're up next.
Interesting choice. Definitely, I was pondering Allen Iverson as well, but I'm going with another ankle breaker in Kyrie Irving. Yeah, break in ankles using the angles. You know, left, right. Everybody who plays in today's game says could have the best handles. You know, him along with Steph. He's got the counter for the counter. He does the crazy stuff. He does puts plastic bags on balls. He does the finger dribbles for those fun videos. You know, first finger, second finger, third finger, pinky finger. Those fun drills. So, give me Kyrie the Magician.
Okay, it's interesting. These first 2 picks in this category are leaning more towards handles, really, than maybe like actual playmaking. Though they're both good at that too. So Allen Iverson and Kyrie. Trey, where are you going with the third pick?
Yeah, flashy handles are getting a bump right here.
Yeah.
Will we see Rafer Alston and Jason Williams come off the board as we go on a run
naming
here
picks
of
here.
guys with sick highlights?
I had him on. I had Rafer on there, baby.
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, yeah.
You got to, mister. But for me, I can't believe this guy dropped to number 3, Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
4-time assist champ. He's currently sitting at, what do we see here? 7th all-time in assists now, just over 10,000. I got a big body in Giannis. Magic is obviously a great big man passer as well, though he's not technically a big man. So, yeah, I got to go Magic here.
Oh, man. Great pick. I was hoping he would
That's a
keep
great pick.
slipping. He'd get overlooked here. But Magic goes to Trey Kirby. Jerome, you have the 4th pick here in Playmaking Handles. Which one are you leaning more towards?
There are a lot of things like
package?
still on here that I'm just going so hard into like just players I like that are not necessarily the best option. But you know what? No, I'm going to go with him. I'm going with Jamal Crawford.
Wow.
There we go, buddy.
Jerome is
Yes,
building
sir.
a crazy player here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, we'll talk about my player when they're finalized at the end there. But no, Jamal Crawford, I got to see in person because we did that pickup run during the finals. Yeah, he just has such a fluid handle. He has some of the best, like that crossover to behind the back move. I just want that. And then dunk because I'm Vince Carter as well at the same time. I want to do like everything that happened in Lob City. I want to be both Jamal setting it up and then Blake finishing the play. But of course, I'm Vince Carter. So yeah, I'm very excited about this pick. I'm just going to be like a gunner with crazy handles, putting up fun numbers, maybe in a loss.
We'll see. All right. I have the last pick here. Again, like I said, I was hoping Magic would somehow drop all the way to the last spot, but Trey scooped him up. That's a great pick. I am a little shocked with how much, and I love it for your players that you guys are going more like the flashy handles, breaking ankles, obviously, and crazy moves from Kyrie and Jamal Crawford. But I'm going to lean in towards just straight like playmaking. That side of it more, I guess. Maybe less handles because I can't think of a single cool dribble move this guy's done. But give me the Joker, give me Jokic for playmaking.
Good.
Okay.
Pure passing. Maybe one of the greatest ever. Already, it feels that doesn't feel like hyperbole to say that.
I'm surprised Chris Paul is still on the board.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It could go Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul. Obviously, they're gonna have better handles than Jokic. I don't care. I just want the playmaking.
I had Rajon Rondo as another pick of mine that I wanted to do. I just wanted to rack up assists. Also because he had that fake behind the back move. And I wanted to do a fake behind the back and then jump up and dunk instead
dunk it
of
like
lay
this.
it up
Oh, wow,
afterward.
Jesus, you're really thinking this through. I like it. No, I'm going Jokic as my playmaker.
I'm surprised no one took John Stockton if we're looking at playmakers. Guys who could just pass
Coming
it.
with a Karl
Clearly the
Malone.
best.
I know his personality doesn't come with his playmaking and handles, but I was still tainted by that.
Yeah, some fun picks out there in the stream team. Scott Skiles. Guys who could really
One
dish
game
it.
only. Scott Skiles is living off one game.
There's a Jason Kidd in there.
Yeah.
Much
He
should've got-
better
he could've
pick.
been picked.
Jason Kidd should have
Kidd's
been
great.
Could
there.
have been a fun one.
Top 6 all-time in assists. Didn't get picked for playmaking.
Amazing.
LeBron is
Yeah,
out
yeah.
because he already went. Nash is out because
Yeah.
he went. But then Stockton, Kidd, and Mark Jackson and Chris Paul.
Mark Jackson, we had a funny,
Mark Jackson.
funny pick. No, I got.
We talked about it pre-show, but Jose Calderon's assist-to turnover ratio was really tempting here.
Oh yes, we were debating
So
would anyone
steady.
take Calderon or
So
Monte
steady.
Morris.
Yeah.
I guess Chris Paul could be in that category too. All right, any other thoughts on playmaking handles or people that we overlooked?
I like that Kyrie and Jamal Crawford went one after another because there are so many stories about how Kyrie learned his handles when he was younger. His godfather is Rod Strickland, if I'm not mistaken, so he got the tutelage as well. And then on the complete flip side, Jamal Crawford's like, I've never practiced. I don't practice dribble moves. They just come to me. And he's got moves that he couldn't even do in the NBA because they were illegal.
Right. Great picks. Okay, let's get to, well, some people's least favorite category. It's defense, but we got to have some defense on our created player here. And Tass, you have the number 1 pick.
I'm taking the architect of defense, Bill Russell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good pick.
You know, he could do it all. And even if he's got, 4 guys who don't want to play defense out there, he'll turn them into a great defensive unit, blocking shots and doing all that. I think he created the block shot. So, also a guy here would never have to worry about the offensive ends, not that this really matters in a body that we're creating, I guess. But anyway, I got Bill's defensive abilities.
Okay. Bill Russell definitely probably was on a lot of people's list here. I feel like this is a category where I feel like a lot of people will be happy with who they get.
Totally.
Yeah, there's like at least 10.
I do
sort of
want one person
iconic-
specifically. I'll be
Okay.
honest.
Okay, well, you're not up next. Trey might steal
I'm not up
it.
next.
Let's
I'm
find
waiting.
out who Trey takes at number 2 in defense.
I mean, Bill Russell was the clear number 1 pick here. I don't think there's anybody else that really could be considered. This is the first time I'm really following my heart. I got to go Dennis Rodman.
Ooh,
Yes.
As my defender.
Yeah.
Damn it, my personality's gone.
Jerome is celebrating. I guess he didn't take your guy, did he, Jerome?
He did not take my guy, but I love Rodman as a pick.
Okay.
I also had him as a dark horse pick for body athleticism.
Sure.
Great.
Because,
Yeah.
if I could do a bender in Vegas and then come back and kill it in the finals, Dennis Rodman.
Sure.
Phil Jackson
Yeah.
said that was the best athlete he ever
Yeah.
coached was Dennis
Exactly,
Rodman. But
yeah.
8-time all-defense, 2-time defensive player of the year, and then definitely the best rebounder of the last 40 years. And I think that counts for defense as well.
Yep. Okay, Rodman goes, and Jerome's guy is still available. Where are you going,
Yeah, he
Jerome?
is. I am snatching every ball within my vicinity because I am Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi.
Oh, this guy loves
This
Kawhi.
guy.
I love Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, I forgot.
He needed to show up on my list at some point.
That's
It was
good.
either that or personality. So, no, I needed a defender.
Kawhi Leonard would be
you
the
know.
Mr. Irrelevant for personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also board man. I mean, yeah, I'm going with Kawhi. He is, as a defender, one of like the players that like I actually get in awe of, like some of the highlights when he's just like a ball's there and he just takes it from them. Like it doesn't seem like that's right. It seems like a 2K type thing that you could do, but not in real life. And I always remember the specific play. I think it was Western Conference Finals against the Thunder. Russ is going into the paint, and you don't see it. Like it's like a flurry of things, and then suddenly like Kawhi, like in a swipe, just taked it from him.
Oh yeah.
From Russell Westbrook in his prime. So no, come on, we all knew I was going to pick Kawhi at some point.
I had actually forgotten about Kawhi Leonard when I was making my list of defense. Great pick. I mean, should have been on my team here.
He's
or
been
on my
retired
short
for
list.
years now.
Yeah, maybe that is why. All right, Jerome gets his guy, Kawhi Leonard, in the third slot here in defense. I have the fourth pick. I have it down to 3 guys. One is one of my favorite players of all time. Who's obviously a great defender, and then there's another one I think that's maybe makes a little more sense for this weird body person I'm building. And then there's another one that's probably more of a wild card. But I'm going to go with Kevin Garnett.
Wow.
Nice.
KG. And I'm taking him over the one I thought I was going to go with. I wasn't sure if they'd still be there.
You were going to pick Hakeem,
Exactly.
weren't
But
you?
I'm going Garnett for what I got going on here. And a bit of a toss-up between Hakeem and Garnett, but I'll go KG. And that leaves JD with a little defense. You've seen guys play defense before.
I have, yeah. Now, my heart is telling me to take Dikembe Mutombo because I just love the
love the man?
I love this. I love the man.
Yep.
I love the wag. But I have to take Hakeem,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
You don't have to.
In today's game.
There's lots. I mean, Draymond,
There's a few
I
other
guess.
names out there.
Yeah.
yeah,
Scottie Pippen.
Pippen, yep.
yeah.
Hakeem's
No,
good.
I'm taking Hakeem.
Nice. What's your
You
favorite
just dominated
defensive
the
play from Hakeem
1984
Olajuwon?
NBA draft. Jordan Hakeem.
That time he blocked that shot, remember?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Huge.
It's great.
Great
I love
call.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so defense is done. Everyone feels pretty happy with their picks. We have one more category left. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the personality, the very subjective personality category. Don't go anywhere.
Our next partner is pretty cool. I have to say, it's the first thing I put in my body every single day. I'm talking, of course, about athletic greens. If you're looking to get better gut health, more energy, or a stronger immune system in a really easy, natural way, you gotta check out athletic greens. I hate pills, especially taking multiples. Ugh. I'm way more into drinking one single elixir. Elixir, yeah. Very Dungeons and Dragons. With Athletic Greens, you can get rid of all those extra vitamin bottles and drink a single tasty beverage that goes down easy and feels super refreshing first thing in the morning. You'll actually really enjoy getting your daily vitamins. And I'm not kidding. I actually do find it refreshing, revitalizing even, first thing in the morning when I drink my Athletic Greens. So what is this stuff? With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, and probiotics. And adaptogens. I almost forgot the adaptogens. All those things will help you start your day off right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. That's pretty much all the things. AG1 is a small micro habit with big benefits. It's one thing you can do every single day to take great care of yourself without even thinking about it. And it costs less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health, and it's way cheaper than that cold brew habit of yours. Yeah. No judgment here because I also have a coffee habit. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the cold and flu season. I'm sorry to be a Stark over here, but winter is coming. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/nodunks. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/nodunks to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
All right, we are through 4 of our 5 rounds when it comes to drafting the perfect NBA player, and the last category is personality. And like I said off the top, I'm excited to see if people go with like a lovable goofball almost, or like a stone cold killer, like a psycho. Like Trey, you have the number 1 pick in personality. Let's find out.
And Skeets, I'm basically choosing between a lovable goofball and a stone cold killer, who were teammates on one of the greatest teams of all time. If I didn't have the first pick, I would probably choose Bill Walton, because I think I could get him at number 5 pretty easily.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
I should pick somebody who has a different personality than myself. Which is why I'm going with Larry Bird.
Ooh,
Nice.
Personality.
yeah, that's nice.
Clutch killer.
Good pick.
One of the best trash talkers of all time, and a funny quote as well. Not to mention, great basketball IQ. Great team player as well. Like, I was considering him for playmaking and handles. I feel like you should probably get a little bit of the passing and the personality game just because it's there. And like I said earlier, I want a guy who's going to want to shoot the ball when it really comes down to it now that I got Steve Nash's touch. So give me Larry Bird for my personality pick.
This guy's got Magic, Larry on the same body and the same man.
That's right.
Which is crazy. You got the 80s all wrapped up there in one.
That's
All right,
awesome.
I love that. Yeah, I had him on the list. Thought he'd get picked. Jerome, you have the second pick in personality.
All right. So for my guy, I just want to make sure that when I do hit that 3, I do a little 3 to the head. And then when I get unfairly called for fouls, I'm yelling, "Ball don't lie." I'm taking Rasheed Wallace.
Okay.
He is one of my favorite players on and off the court. I realize with my level of talent, I might be wasting it for all the technicals I'm about to get. But who knows? I mean, if you have this kind of generational talent built in one body, maybe the league lets me get away with a lot more antics and shenanigans. So, give me Sheed. I got my full team. I don't think anyone was drafting this team anyway, but I got my guy.
Good. There you go. Sheed off at number
Nice.
2 in personality. I have the third pick in this category. I thought Trey was maybe going to go with him, but then you said Bill Walton. I was like, oh, I'm going to go with Shaq as my personality.
Nice.
And here's the case for Shaq. Like I said, do you go, obviously a badass, a menace when he wants to be out there, or do you like the goofball and maybe sell a bunch of endorsements and all that? It's I feel like Shaq was both and could, literally turn it on when he wanted to, and at times too late in regular seasons or whatever. But he has that where he is a killer and wants to destroy you, but then he's the most likable guy on the planet, and everybody loves him, and he sells absolutely every product known to man. I saw him selling me an Epson printer last night while I was watching Team USA in a friendly.
I need Shaq to do a Mudwater.
Mudwater, Athletic Greens.
Shack Water, Athletic Shacks.
Yep.
Shackletic Greens.
Shaq, that's it.
Shaq already has his own water. It's Shaq.
He definitely had Shack Soda at one
it's
point.
Shaq-a-line or Shaq-a-lean or something like that. It's some weird water.
You're also
Anyway,
a DJ, Skeets.
yeah,
this.
I like that. I
Yeah.
get when he wants to be the badass he can be, and then obviously he's just he is very, very likable. He's a hilarious quote. He's given himself a wedgie in front of Rick Fox. The guy's funny as hell. So I have Shaq as my personality. Very happy
Great
that he fell
pick.
to number 3. JD, you have the fourth pick here. Where are you going?
Well, Bird nor Wallace were on my list. Shaq definitely on my list.
Okay.
I am going to veer towards the lovable goofball. Giannis is gone already. It's between Blake Griffin, who is a legit funny guy.
Yeah.
He's done stand-up.
Yep.
Or Dirk Nowitzki, who has always been gold for us.
Also funny, too.
I'm going to go with Dirk because he's the better player.
You only get his personality.
I
Never
know,
punched out his trainer.
I know, but it would be weird not to have Dirk drafted at all in this thing, so I'm taking Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay.
That tracks, because I think if you were playing as an NBA like professional player, you would bring like Tupperwares of food to the arena for your meals.
100%.
So that's
100%.
Dirk right there. Yeah,
Tupperware. He wouldn't even do that. He would do the plate, just aluminum
That's right.
foil
That's it,
over
yeah.
the plate,
that's right.
ready to mount that
tinfoil,
down.
yeah.
I saw him. We interviewed him after a game one time, and he had the plate clean, like it was spotless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the plate going in, but I saw the plate coming out.
Wow.
Like lights out.
Didn't you used to do that when we used to work together at the Score? I think you used to
100%.
take your glass Tupperware and wash out before
Wash
you
it
went
up.
home.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's why you're taking Dirk.
You think Dirk was actually washing the plate? Or maybe
Actually, I do. I actually think that he washed his own plate.
okay, possibly. It's very possible. It is Dirk. I like Dirk. Dirk's personality to me like suits you as well. Like like
I'll take that as a
like
compliment.
he's like away from basketball. We don't ever hear from Dirk. Really?
Yeah.
I know he's starting to show up with like some of these FIBA things and stuff like that. Like, he pops up here and there.
You
But
see him more at pickleball these days than
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. There you go. Okay, Dirk's gone. Tass, you have the final pick here in our draft.
Interesting.
Personality. Take it home.
Yeah, got some dogs here in terms of being on the court, like a Russell Westbrook, but it's not making it. He told us he doesn't like cats. I like cats, so you're off the list, Russ. I have a Kobe potentially, but I don't want any ruffling of feathers. I don't want that in my locker room, which has happened with Kobe and Shaq and all that. I have Hito on my list, just not DGAF type personality. Just let the talent take over.
Yes, coach.
But someone similar to Dirk, I guess. Tim Duncan. Keep the locker room together.
cool as a cute.
Fun. You got to know him to be, to really know how funny he is. He will never ruffle a feather. And, also has a lot of fun outside of basketball. I just saw him on a surfboard. I think he was
like wakeboarding or something?
Yeah. Surprising. Just handling it.
Oh, yeah. That's a big dude on a wakeboard. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But they are athletes.
They are athletes. So Timmy the personality.
Okay, there it is.
It's a great pick.
All 5 categories we've drafted in. Let's recap our perfect NBA players, and I will again want to tell you, it was body athleticism, it was shooting, it was playmaking handles, it was defense, and it was personality. Jerome, take us through your player.
My perfect player has the body and athleticism of Vince Carter, the shooting of Reggie Miller, the playmaking and handles of Jamal Crawford, the defense of Kawhi Leonard, and the personality of Rasheed Wallace.
How do you feel? How do you feel about your draft?
I feel great. Honestly, like I was looking at this list and I don't actually know, because these were basically all my top picks, but then I also didn't feel like they were in any contention.
Yeah, you took some wild card picks.
Now looking at it and seeing it as a full package, it is no coincidence that I work on the social media, because I feel like I picked every social media friendly trait, from like Vince's dunking to Reggie's like clutch threes to Jamal's handles to Kawhi's snatching the ball defense to Sheed just being, I feel like he's a clip every night if he wants to be. So I'm thrilled with this player. I don't think I'm winning a championship or even necessarily having a winning season, but I'm going to be having so much fun in my career.
All right. I like that's what we
They're
want to hear.
saying your player has become J.R. Smith.
He was on a couple of lists for sure. So.
Yeah, a lot of it, maybe not defense.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me recap my player here. I got the body of Wilt Chamberlain. 7'1", 270 pounds, but he can shoot like Steph Curry. He can pass like Jokic. He's got Kevin Garnett's defense, and he's got the personality, I'm very happy with this, of Shaquille O'Neal. Do a little bit of everything. He's a killer, and he's a goofball. JD, your player, please.
My player has the body of Michael Jordan, the shooting ability of Klay Thompson, the handles of Iverson. I focused on the handles, not so much the playmaking. The defense of, who did I pick? Oh, Hakeem Olajuwon, and the personality of Dirk Nowitzki.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Tass,
Really nice.
your guy.
I've got the physical prowess of LeBron James, the shooting ability of Kevin Durant, the handles of Kyrie Irving, the defense of Bill Russell, and the personality of Timothy Duncan.
Stoic. And Trey, your perfect player.
I've got the body of Giannis Antetokounmpo with the shooting of Steve Nash, the playmaking of Magic Johnson, Dennis Rodman's defense, and Larry Bird's killer personality.
My goodness, that's a good player.
That's a good
player. You might get my vote if I'm being honest, but let's hear what the people say out there. Everybody joining us live, who has drafted the perfect player according to you or in your opinion. Who did we miss? Build your own from all the leftovers. Oh. There's still a lot of names left on the board. You can put together a pretty good player with guys we haven't said.
I'm looking at biggest snubs in each category.
Okay.
Yeah.
Body athleticism. Who do you think is the biggest snub? For me, it's either Kareem or Dwight Howard.
Dwight,
Dwight's there.
Yep.
Shooting is a little tougher.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen for sure.
Allen
if you're considering scoring as well, Kobe's got to be in the mix.
Yeah.
I had Pistol Pete on my list. Guy averaged 30 a game before they even had 3-point line. Yeah. Not bad. Playmaking and handles, probably Isaiah Thomas is in the mix, Jason Kidd, and then all the fancy guys we talked about. Defense, probably perimeter guys left over. Scottie Pippen, Gary Payton. Anthony Davis might get in the mix since you don't got to worry about his body. And then for personality, I think this may be the biggest snub of all. Charles Barkley didn't even get brought up.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Chuckster for sure. For sure. Yeah. So that's a pretty good player right there. We got a magical sixth player. But you tell us who drafted the best perfect player. Let us know, obviously, in the comments. Tweet at us at NoDunksInc. And again, make your own picks there down in the comments. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we finally did this one. I mean, I guess we could do... we attempt to build the worst NBA player. That could get a little wild, but we can come up with some other categories. Any ideas you have for squad, be it NBA related or not, let us know, because these are always a blast to actually do here during the summer. But let's call it there. Gotta tell everyone, if you haven't already, to check out the latest Is This Good podcast. We put it up in the No Dunks feed, and it is Mattio and JD talking to the legend that is Cam Stewart. Swim up bar, looking good. Yes, that Cam Stewart. The Wizards and Warlocks, Cam Stewart. All the drops that we have played over, 15 years, a lot of them from Cam, because the guy is just hilarious. I had my expectations so high for this podcast, guys, and it exceeded them. I laughed for an hour straight. It was gold, JD. He was on fire, and he doesn't even try. That's why he's just naturally funny. He's both intentionally and unintentionally funny.
Yeah. And a genuinely sweet guy as well, on top of it. And it was hilarious because as the podcast goes, he sort of realized, I'm not being asked about betting, or I'm not being asked about sports or anything. Yeah. And then he just started talking. It was great. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, that was funny when he really didn't know what podcast he was on.
No clue.
No idea what the hell this show was or what the concept was. But he was great. Again, go check that out. It's up in Is This Good feeds on YouTube. You can watch it actually on YouTube, Is This Good, or you can listen to it in the No Dunks feed. Just gold with Cam Stewart. I saw a lot of people, JD, saying, you got to make this guy a regular on Is This Good.
I don't know. I can't remember if he said it on the air or off. He said, if this was only 20 minutes, I'd do it every day.
He said, I would do it every day. Oh, there you go. Just call him every day. Record it. We could. And then package it together at the end of the month. The Cam Stewart Hour. All right. It's a great podcast. Go check it out. Tomorrow, Wednesday, no bunts. Tass, Joel, talking a little baseball. You guys going to talk about this fight that just went down?
It went down on Saturday, so maybe it's a little old news, but there were some suspensions. It was hilarious.
Oh, I did just see the Yankees manager get tossed. Boone,
yeah.
Oh, that was a great ejection.
He knows how to get ejected.
That was very funny.
Yeah, he literally mimicked the umpire.
It was awesome.
He's good at that. Very good at that.
So, Tass and Joel, tomorrow morning, that's Wednesday morning, over at the Athletic Baseball Show. Check that out live if you want, or obviously wait for the podcast to go up. Jerome? Anything else we need to know? What do you got planned for the rest of the week?
Build out some shorts. Probably really process through why I chose this player as I did. For anyone who chooses my player as the perfect player, I'll see you at group therapy.
You're getting some love, don't you worry. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We'll probably be back on Thursday here on No Dunks with a little early drop podcast to end the week. We've got some news. Anthony Davis got an extension. Team USA started playing, and We might need some questions. If you've got questions,
Ain't no news
get them
out
in.
there.
There's not a lot going on in the NBA world.
We don't even have a Garrett Temple signing anymore. Come on.
No, we don't. But we'll have something for you probably later.
Can't Dante Jones get a contract?
All right, guys. Until
Good
next
personality. Good locker room personality, actually.
time. Clifford Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, if you were building the perfect podcaster, it would start with Cam Stewart.
Embrace the day, people.